Hi, this is Albert Copland, and I'm really happy to be telling you that this is our fourth episode of Al's Blue Notes and Red Lines. I wanted you to know, too, that I'm very excited about all the new subscribers we've attracted already. I was very happy if I could get 10. So seeing you guys is really kind of thrilling. So anyway, we'll get started today. Phil Rosenthal, if you know, from I'll Have What Phil's Having on Netflix, said something today that ostensibly was absolutely inarguable.
There's a town called Akko, and I was told that Jews and Arabs live in that town side by side. You got to go see this. And I'm thinking, I'm going to go there. You know what's going to happen? They're going to maybe meet in the town square, and there's going to be some kind of, maybe I won't be so safe. Guess what? They meet in the town square every day. What do? They have lunch. The mosque is next to the synagogue in this town. They celebrate each other's holidays and weddings and bar mitzvahs. This is how the world wants to be. I'll go one step further. Most people around the world are so much better than their governments.
What he said was that in his travels around the world on culinary exploration, which is fantastic, he's been doing it for 9 years, he's come away with the conclusion that people are better than their governments. It sounds like a safe and very humane observation. But I don't think it's especially safe. I'm not thinking we're so much better than our government. We're the oldest functioning democracy in the history of the world. We pick our government. This is a government we picked.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve.
More people voted for this government than didn't vote for this government. This is the second time this person has been elected. What I'm saying is, there's not a lot of accident here. As for the arguments that people are better than their government, what are the ones for it? Well, one of the ones for it is individual conscience. The fact is, the government, if you think about it, is very objective. It has complex issues it has to deal with. The conscience of a country that's a democracy lies with its voters. Government institutions can't provide those. Government institutions are cold, indifferent, objective, and arbitrary. Aside from morality, we need to take a look at the second argument, that the people have the wisdom and the compassion and the kindness that the government lacks. That's the power corrupts argument. The core idea is that governments are inherently corrupt over a period of time. The power is just too much. And the reward is the exercise of that power. Government officials operate with a different set of incentives: re-election, donor influence, party loyalty, that can easily override that personal integrity of the public good. The average person operating in a smaller sphere faces fewer systemic temptations to compromise their ethics for vast gain of power. That's that argument. The wisdom of the many is the next argument. It's a matter of collective intelligence. There's wisdom in numbers. There's democracy in numbers. That's the basic gist of this particular argument.
We interrupt this program for this public service announcement.
Albert Copland's Al's Blue Notes and Red Lines podcast reviews music and analyzes U.S. politics.
He is a retired journalist and marketing executive from Chicago who published a novel, The Music Listener, in 2023.
If you're looking for insight into U.S. politics and the history of jazz music, Al is your man. Remember to click the subscribe button on YouTube and Substack so you don't miss an episode. Now let's get back to the program.
The conclusion would be the most balanced view of governments and people are better than each other in different respects. Of course, if the conclusion wasn't a compromise, it wouldn't be a modern conclusion. The fact is, the majority, in some instances, should rule and does rule, and in other instances, the government rules. I personally think that that's something that should never happen here. I don't think it's in the Constitution that it should happen here. I think the Constitution in spirit is pretty explicit about the fact that it shouldn't be tolerated, and that the resources of the sovereign state should be used to extinguish it, which it must be. I weep, I moan. That the culture of the capital of this country should be under attack, and that the Kennedy Center be renamed and portions of it be renamed in honor of a convicted criminal.
Now to yet another controversy that has begun to bubble up here in the district.
Yeah, maybe you've heard there is a Republican move now in the House to rename the Cultural Center named after the late President John F. Kennedy. But NBC News reports that renaming the Kennedy Center for President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump would violate the law that created the center, according to 4 sources familiar with the issue.
Well, you see where things are. So I want us to try to live to the maxim that people are better than their governments. We have not met that goal, or we have not met that goal well enough. Let's push. Let's push hard. Thanks.
You were listening to Al's Blue Notes and Red Lines. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Click the subscribe button to watch past episodes, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I post new content.